Hello friends, today we will discuss the practical number 7, 8 and 9 of analog communication. So name of your practical number 7, 8, 9 is a generation of your FM techniques, verification of your Bessel function to obtain its bandwidth. Then last practical is nothing but FM detection by using PHL. So this is experiment number 7, 8, 9. So experiment number 7, 8, 9 is nothing but FM modem. So modem means modulation and the demodulation. That means by using modulation technique you can able to generate the FM signal, and by using demodulation you can able to detect the original modulating signal without any loss of information. That's why the name is given modem. That is a combination of modulation and demodulation. So what is exactly meaning of your FM, frequency modulation? So in case of your frequency modulation, the high frequency carrier signal is changed in accordance with the amplitude of your modulating signal by keeping amplitude and the phase of carrier signal constant. This is nothing but the frequency modulation. So if you are going to look here, as this is nothing but the M of t, this M of t is nothing but the modulating signal, which is called a low frequency signal. This is nothing but a high frequency signal. This is called a carrier signal. That means as the amplitude of your original modulating signal goes on increase, the frequency of the carrier signal also goes on increase. As the amplitude of your M of t start to decrease, the frequency of the particular carrier signal also start to decrease. That can be able to generate the FM signal. So in this case, the maximum amplitude is at this point. Suppose I will call this a point A. So at point A, maximum amplitude. So at A, maximum frequency is there. So in this case, as the amplitude goes on increase, the frequency of the FM signal also goes on increase. It becomes maximum at point A. That's why at point A, maximum frequency deviation is there. As the amplitude start to decrease, the frequency of the carrier signal also start to decrease. Suppose I will call this as a point B. So point B is nothing but the lowest amplitude. So at that case, it can be able to generate the minimum amplitude, minimum frequency deviation. So maximum amplitude, maximum frequency deviation, minimum amplitude, minimum frequency deviation. So at that case, you can able to generate the del max, which is the maximum frequency deviation. At that point, it can be able to generate the minimum frequency deviation. So this is the FM signal. So this is called generation of your definition of your frequency modulation. So how to generate FM signal? So FM signal can be generated by using FM modem or modulator. So as per the definition of your modulator, modulator is a nonlinear device which has two different signals having different frequencies. Out of that, one signal is nothing but low frequency signal, another signal is nothing but high frequency signal. So if these two signals are applied at the input of your FM modulator, it can be able to generate the FM signal. So this is nothing but the FM wave. This is nothing but the FM wave. FM wave. So basically, how to generate the FM signal? So there are two techniques of FM generation. One is nothing but a direct method, second is nothing but an indirect method. So these are the FM generation techniques, otherwise I will call FM generation method. So this is called a direct method, this is called an indirect method. So in case of direct method, these are some examples of the direct method, which is nothing but a VCO, which is called a voltage control oscillator. This is called a reactance modulator, and third one is the varactor diode. So all these techniques are the examples of your direct method. In case of indirect method, this is nothing but the Armstrong method. Armstrong method of FM generation. So Armstrong method is nothing but the indirect method of your FM generation. Okay. So your practical number 1, that is nothing but FM generation by using simple 8038. So there is one IC that is called IC8038. IC8038. So I can able to generate the FM signal by using IC8038. So name of this IC, I will call this IC nothing but voltage control oscillator. Otherwise, I will call this a reactance modulator. Reactance modulator. So this is called basically called voltage control oscillator. This is called a reactance modulator. Some important feature of this IC is that this IC always produces the output always complementary. This IC always produces output complementary. Complementary, otherwise I will call inverted output. Inverted output. So this is the important feature of the particular 8038. Then second important name or feature of this IC is that this IC can be able to produce a high frequency square wave, high frequency sine wave, high frequency triangular wave. That means the output of this IC is nothing but a high frequency square wave, high frequency sine wave, high frequency triangular wave. As FM signal is nothing but a high frequency carrier signal, I can able to generate a particular FM signal using 8038. So fourth important property of this IC is that I can able to apply the DC biasing. DC biasing. This part I will explain whenever I am going to explain the particular tactical. So this is another important feature of the particular IC. So I can able to apply the DC biasing in this IC. Okay. So practical number 2. Verification of, that is called verification of Bessel function. Verification of Bessel function. So in case of your frequency modulation, the formula to calculate the modulation index is nothing but the frequency deviation upon FM, where FM is nothing but the modulating frequency, this is called a modulating frequency, and this delta is nothing but the frequency deviation. So there are some procedure to obtain the frequency deviation, that is called calculation of frequency deviation. So first step number 1, set your carrier frequency. Set carrier frequency is equal to 50 kilohertz. Set your carrier frequency is equal to 50 kilohertz. As I said earlier, this IC 8038 has a specialty that is nothing but a DC biasing. So I can able to add some voltage on the positive side as well as the negative side. So step number 2. Take one DMM. Take one DMM. At carrier frequency is equal to 50 kilohertz. Note down that voltage. Suppose that voltage is equal to, for example, that voltage is equal to 8 volt DC voltage. This 8 volt is at 50 kilohertz. When carrier frequency is equal to 50 kilohertz, and that case, for example, it is 8 volt. So my aim is that I want to maintain this voltage is equal to 8.5 volts. I will maintain that 8.5 volt. This I will add 0.5 volt on the positive side. So I will add 0.5 voltage by changing the carrier frequency. So when it becomes 8.5 volt, at that case I will note down the F1. Suppose this F1 is equal to 44 kilohertz, for example. Initially at 8 volt, at 50k carrier frequency, it shows 8 volt DC voltage. I will maintain 8.5, that means by adding 0.5 voltage with respect to DC biasing. At that condition, I will note down the frequency. Suppose that frequency is equal to 44k. Now I will subtract 0.5 with respect to 8 volt. So I will maintain 7.5 volt. At that condition, I will note down the carrier frequency. Suppose that carrier frequency is equal to F2. Suppose I am getting 56 kilohertz. So this is called F2, this is called F1. So I want to note down the frequency deviation. Well, frequency deviation is nothing but the F2 minus F1 divided by 2. That means 56k minus 44k divided by 2. That is nothing but a 12 divided by 2. That is nothing but a 6 kilohertz. So this 6 kilohertz is nothing but a frequency deviation. The frequency deviation is nothing but a 6 kilohertz. Now, as the value of frequency deviation is nothing but 6 kilohertz, and the value of frequency deviation is nothing but 6 kilohertz, and formula modulation index is equal to frequency deviation upon FM. Now, in this case, I am keeping the value of FM is equal to 1 kilohertz. So this is called 6 kilohertz divided by FM is equal to 1k. So modulation index is equal to 6 kilohertz. So modulation index is equal to 6 kilohertz. So one thing is very important in case of the frequency modulation. That means in case of frequency modulation, your bandwidth is totally depends upon the value of your modulation index. Meaning that as the value of modulation index goes on increase, the bandwidth also goes on increase. So this is the value of modulation index for the particular FM signal, where modulation index is equal to 6. For that case, I want to obtain the particular bandwidth. So for that case, I will refer the Bessel table. Bessel table. So why this Bessel table come to the picture? Basically, if you are going to obtain the equation of Fm, that equation is nothing but a sine of omega ct into modulation index plus a sine of omega ct plus modulation index into sine of omega mt. So this is the function of your sine of sine function. So this function cannot be solved by any formulas. So this is nothing but not example is not possible. So that equation can be obtained by using the Bessel function, and that Bessel function can be converted in terms of your Bessel table. So I will show only the Bessel table. What is exactly meaning of your Bessel table? So Bessel table, this is called the Bessel table. So this Bessel table is a combination of your number of modulation index. As the value of modulation index goes on increase, the number of significant sideband also goes on increase. So these are the J0, J1, J2, J2 up to infinity. These are the Bessel coefficient. Out of that, this J0 is nothing but a carrier, and from J1 to J infinity is nothing but the number of significant sideband. So if you are going to observe here, as the value of modulation index goes on increase, the number of significant sideband also goes on increase. So bandwidth in case of FM is totally depends upon the value of your modulation index. So there are two formulas to obtain the number of significant sideband. So number of significant sideband is equal to modulation index plus 1. Now in this case, modulation index is equal to 6. So this is called 6 plus 1, that is called 7. But in case of your Bessel table, it shows total number of significant sidebands are 9. So I will consider as per this case, because the name is given number of significant sideband. So modulation index plus 1, that is called 7. So I will draw the spectrum for modulation index is equal to 6. So when modulation index is equal to 6, such type of spectrum I will get. This is the carrier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on this side. Again, this is called 7. So this is called carrier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So to this case, I will consider in case of Bessel table, it is also shows like this. So up to 9. So I will not consider this one because this is not a significant sideband. So bandwidth is equal to twice of FM into number of significant sideband. So this is called 2, where FM I was keeping 1, so 1 into number of significant sideband, that is called 7. So bandwidth is nothing but the 14 kilohertz. Now I will change the modulation index is equal to 1. As per this formula, my modulation index is equal to frequency deviation upon your FM. So in this case, my modulation index was 6 and frequency deviation was 6, and FM is equal to 1. So I will change FM is equal to 6K. This is called 6K. So my modulation index is equal to 1. So when modulation index is equal to 1, as per Bessel table, there are total number of significant sidebands are 3. But as per the number of formulas, modulation index plus 1, the total number of significant sidebands will be 2. So I will draw the spectrum. So my spectrum will be like this. So this is the spectrum for modulation index is equal to 1. So this is called carrier, this is called J1, this is called J2, this is called J0 multiplied by modulation index, this is called J1 multiplied by modulation index, this is called J2 multiplied by modulation index. But in this case, this is called carrier, this is called significant sideband J1, this is called significant sideband J2. So bandwidth becomes twice of FM into number of significant sideband. So 2, where FM I am keeping 6K, this is called 6 multiplied by 2. So this is called 12 multiplied by 2, that's called 24K is the bandwidth. Now same thing, I will change the modulation index is equal to 1.5 by simply changing the FM. I will maintain modulation index is equal to 2. By changing the FM, I will maintain 2.41. So this is very, very important. So whenever my modulation index is equal to 2.41 as per Bessel table, okay, I will get a null effect. So whenever modulation index is equal to 2.41, at that case your carrier become absolute 0. So my bandwidth will be like this, or spectrum will be like this, because 2.41 my carrier become absolute 0, that is called a null effect, So at that case, my spectrum will be like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is called carrier, where carrier becomes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So according to that, I will put the formula. Bandwidth is equal to twice of FM into number of significant sideband. So FM to produce 2.41, number of significant sidebands are 5. So according to that, you can be able to produce the bandwidth. So this is called practical number 7, and that is called verification of your Bessel table using IC 8038. So in the next lecture, the next practical, we will define the FM detection by using IC 565 or 566. And we will give the demonstration how to perform practical 7, practical 8. That is called generation of your FM, then verification of your Bessel table, obtain the bandwidth. Then next one, FMJ detection by using IC 565. Thank you.